Hello everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at this IKEA Lunnom S-shape LED bulb. Now, I went to IKEA the other day in search of this bulb right here. I got this clip light at Goodwill a while back, and I really liked this bulb that was in it. This is an IKEA 2200K 150 lumen A19 shaped bulb. I do have a separate video of it on the channel here, but I really like the light it gives off. It's dim and it's not too bright. Now, it said online that they had them in stock, but of course you go there and they don't. What a surprise. But they did have a whole bunch of these. Same light output as the A19 shaped version there, but just in a bigger envelope. Plus, there's extra filaments. They are dimmer to equal the same amount of light as these two here, but they are currently phasing those two bulbs out. There appears to be some new versions of this one on the way. They just didn't have them in stock yet. But these were on clearance for $1.50. So I picked up two of them in hopes of using it in a lamp that I had out here in the garage that, honestly, I haven't even tried with it yet. So these are $1.50 a piece on clearance, but they're being replaced by this version of the Lunnom bulb. You can see here, this one is unique. It has a bendable filament LED inside in a squirrel cage design. Very cool. This one, I believe, let's see, if these are $1.50, this was the same price as both put together. So I want to say it was like $3 or $4, something like that. Not too bad. But the thing that I do like with these is that they have a more traditional S-shape design. I don't know if this would be considered S19. We do have a little bit of a neck right here. We don't have the ridiculous pip top that they try to put on all the Edison-style LED bulbs, because they think that that makes it look vintage or something. It's just a little cone. Looks like they put a traffic cone on top of it or something. Now, I mean, this is more true to a traditional S-shaped vintage bulb in the shape, because it doesn't have that at the top. There were S-shaped bulbs like this back in the day that didn't have the little pip top on it. So, yeah, anyway, let's take a look around the packaging here. This is the old number, and this is the new ID number for these bulbs. We have some caution information here on the side. Takes less than a second to turn on. You can turn it on 15,000 times, and then it just stops working. And we got the dimensions there. It says it has a CRI greater than 80. Definitely put that to the test. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty basic box, 2200K, so a warm color, 15 watt equivalent, 150 lumens there. So let's see what we get inside. There's our box, pretty basic again. But there's our bulb. Definitely bigger than the A19 version here, so let me bring that over. And a different filament design as well. Obviously there's 4 instead of the 2. But yeah, it's a simple design. I just wish that they had these in stock because it's shorter. But I'm still going to try these in the lamp that I want to use them in. You can see the circuit board there in the bottom. All glass, with some nice metal holders there for the filament LEDs. I do like IKEA's bulbs very much, so I'm hoping for some good things here as well, quality-wise. So let's put it in here. We're currently at 118.7 volts, so let's turn it on. There we go. Sure, it's glary because it's not a frosted bulb, but it's nice and dim. It's not too bright. Let's see here. I'm just taking a look at if they alternated the filament LEDs. And it looks like these two closest to us are facing inward. And this one's facing outward and this one's facing inward. So they kind of have a little bit of difference going on there. At least they're not all facing the same direction. This one makes it different. Let's go ahead and turn off our lights. And maybe we'll get a better look at that. Of course, when we dim it down, we'll see it even better. So let me hold it above the camera here at our 2-foot mark. We're getting about 22 lux or so. I'm going to turn it over. Let's see what we get here. It looks like the brightest side is right here at about 34, 35 lux. That's with all the filaments except for the one facing the same direction. But you can see there are some dark spots in it. Of course, if I point it straight down here, you'll have a big dark spot because naturally the filament LEDs face out at an angle. So, let's see. It says it's not dimmable, but we can vary the voltage here and see what we get. Seems to be holding up just fine. But as we dim it down here, we'll be able to see what I'm talking about a bit better. See the bright side of this one filament here? That's facing towards us. And you can see the other three here are facing towards us now, and this is the back of the other one that's a little bit more purple. Very interesting. Okay. Well, it seems to dim just fine if we vary the voltage. So let me bring it back up here to 120 on our meter. That's a little bit too much. There we go. And let's take a look at what we got here. We're at 119.4 volts, 0.01 amps, 1.1 watts. I think that's what it says on here. Yep, bang on. And 0.58 of a power factor. 1 watt. At least they're correct in that department. So, let's go ahead and get our Seaconic here. Looks like it's fallen asleep on us. So we're going to boot it back up. And of course we're going to get a rating here. Let me get it with the most LEDs facing towards it, which would be this direction. So let's get a rating there at full brightness. And there we go. Well, it has a CRI of 82.7. What did it say on the box here? Greater than 80. Yeah, I mean, they're not wrong. The spectrum of the bulb at full brightness. And the CRI of the bulb at full brightness. Okay, let's turn this off. And just to see, let's put it on an incandescent dimmer here. If this doesn't go well, I'll just cut this section of the video out because it could flicker really badly. In fact, it doesn't seem to get very bright at all, and that's at full brightness on the dimmer. It doesn't flicker, it just doesn't get as bright as if it was directly connected to mains voltage. And again, this is what it looks like at full brightness. Just for a quick comparison, here is the A19 version of the same bulb. And the one thing I do like with this is that they have the filaments facing two different directions. They at least thought about it. Somebody was thinking there at the IKEA bulb factory that day. I'm not sure what company makes these for them. It's usually outsourced, but very neat. Okay, well, I do hope you enjoyed taking a look at the older Lunnom LED bulb. As always, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, be sure to give it a like down below and leave a comment. I do enjoy reading all of your comments. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more great videos like this one. Also check out my secondary channel Merkove and subscribe over there for more behind the scenes and alternative content. Of course, check out the other videos here on this screen, and as always, thank you very much for watching.